This is 5 easiest and best ways you can make money through property. The first way you can make money through property is through your residential property, which is the property that you live in. Second way would be to make money through buy-to-let properties. Third way would be to get into serviced accommodation and into hospitality sector. Fourth way would be through commercial property. And the fifth way would be to get into property development. So the fourth way you can make money through property is to invest into commercial properties. And the first and the most important factor to consider when buying a commercial property is the add value factor. There's a lot of other factors which we've discussed in the first video of the series. It's linked somewhere in this screen or in the description below. But when it comes to commercial property, it's all about adding value and increasing the rental income as well as, the length of the lease. To start with an example, we'll probably put it into context for you. So there was a building for sale, which obviously we purchased, and this building had planning to be turned into 20 apartments. And based on that, the price was £2 million. Now, this building, once we changed the planning to turn it into hotel, we managed to approach a big hotel operator to sort of take a long lease on the building. And once they did that, and obviously we increased the capacity from say 20 apartments to 50 or 60 rooms, then the value of the property, instead of the gross development value, which was originally 5.6, went up to 6.7 million. And then we managed to sell that on to a fund who obviously invest in properties with blue chip tenants, which is what this was. So that's one easy way of sort of making your return on investment a bit higher. The other way, if you're looking at retail units and commercials that are, office space retail unit, once again, if you get a tenant, which is a blue chip tenant, for example, if you got a retail unit and it's rented out to a startup company, then the value of that commercial is lower than if it was rented out to a blue chip company like Costa or Starbucks or something like that. The other type of commercial property that you can invest into is a block up offices. And with that one, what you want to do to increase your return on investment is you've got to add value to the property. Make sure when you buy, the occupancy rate is low, so that when you increase the occupancy, your value of the property goes up, and then obviously you can sell it on and move on, or obviously have more rental income. To do that, obviously a few factors you need to consider is you don't want any tenant occupying more than 25% of your whole block. It's just reducing the risk, if for whatever reason that tenant decide to go and they occupy 60 or 70% of your building, then all of a sudden your occupancy rate is down from 100 to 30%. But if they only take 25%, then obviously you can fill that back up and it's easier to fill up. And you want to make sure you've got a variety of office spaces. So from a small office for a startup to a full floor for bigger companies. Once you have that variety, it's easier to sort of have that income and keep it constantly coming in. The best thing about investing into commercial properties is, more often than not, obviously the leases that you do with your tenants are on a longer term rather than having a residential tenant which is in your property for 6 to 12 months. Retail units usually go from 5, 6, 10 to even 50 years lease, which is obviously a plus, because you've got your rent coming in for a longer period, and if you ever decide to flip, you sell it based on the rental income. So one of the factors that we've talked about throughout this video series has been location, but with regards to commercial units, it is important, but it's as long as you are 100% sure that you can add value and you can increase rental income and you can make it sustainable, location is not as important as it is with the likes of your residential property or your buy-to-let portfolio. So as long as you know that in that location you can sort of do minor adjustments and get better tenants in and add value, and then if you want to sell it, you can sell. As long as you've got that in place, then location is not as important. So commercial units, as we generally speak, divide into 3 main categories of hotels, block of offices, or retail units. There you go, guys. This was how you can increase your return on investment if you're investing into commercial properties. Thanks for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be notified every time we post a video. If you found this video informative, please give us a like, and if you have any questions, please comment down below, and see you next time.